I want to be a police officer.
Why?
So anyone who's being bad, I'll take them to jail.
Hey, look at who's here, my boy. You're welcome. How was school today?
Good.
That's my boy. Welcome back. Sometimes in life, when we want something so badly, we finally get it. It's not always quite what it seems. We can easily take things for granted without realizing their true value. Hey, if you know me very well, I don't easily give in to hypes about the next new available camera gear or about the next new happening gear, because I believe in using what you have to achieve results no matter how little. For me, it is absolutely important that I make the necessary progress as it has to do with my craft and creativity. But I get it. Having the right tools to drive creativity is good, but don't pitch a tent there. You've got to keep going, you know, at least that's my opinion. Even though I scripted this video to focus on the new EOS R6, it is always great to be able to take advantage of one stone to kill two birds.
I've never been this close to a bunny.
I really don't know where I'm going with that. Perhaps there is a story versus me making the most use of what I have to create a result, no matter how little. I'll tell you what I mean in a bit, but first, let me take my son to the school bus. Bye guys. Love you. See ya. My son, number 2 of 3. He was born in October of 2014. Unfortunately, it meant that he had just missed the cutoff for going to school early. And instead, he had to wait a whole year. He would pester me constantly. Daddy, when am I going to school? Daddy, when can I ride the bus? He was so excited to attend school. Let's see when school resumes, okay? And I was looking forward to the end of the questions and the start of a new era for him. Talking about using one stone to kill two birds, I am doing this story and running the footage from the EOS R6, iPhone 7 Plus and the Canon 7D.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come out in New Jersey.
When it came to it, however, 2020 hit us all with a slap on the face. COVID-19 meant that my son couldn't ride the bus. He couldn't meet his classmates in person. He couldn't physically go to school. He had to try to get to know his teachers and his potential friends through the computer screen, with me checking up on him every so often, managing his experience over the shoulder.
Have a wonderful day to clean
Bye.
up.
What's funny?
Why did you cut the thing so quickly? That's what's funny. Like you're running somewhere. It wasn't really the experience he wanted. It was half in, half out. He was easily distracted.
Change that could help pave the way for millions more children to get back in the classroom.
I'm hopeful that we are turning a corner on this pandemic. Getting our children back to school in-person instruction as soon as possible is a critical first step in doing so.
The CDC today reducing its distancing recommendation from 6 feet to 3 inside the classroom with universal masking. But if community transmission is high, the CDC advises middle and high schools to break students into small groups.
Once the school decided to reopen, again, the anticipation, the excitement, an end to helicopter homeschooling. On my part, it was hard to let him go. Even though I was skeptical, I wasn't really worried about how well he would adapt. Because of his friendly personality, I knew he would figure out how to succeed socially. My skepticism was born out of the fact that COVID-19 was still out there.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor
Why do you want to be a doctor?
so I can help people if other people are sick.
Still, I had to let him go. I let him take the bus, go into school more or less by himself. The only way I can describe his emotions, he was ecstatic the first day. The second day, the same thing, elated, over the moon. But then came the third day, fourth day, fifth, next week, then the week after that. He had gotten what he wanted and he got to live in it every day. Eventually, I started receiving the other end. After he had got bored, riding the bus became a mundane, everyday experience. Love you.
I can't wait for the weekend.
Come on, let's go to bed.
Okay.
Alright guys, time to go, let's go. Yes, from 2 subscribers. Just like my son, there were things that I longed for as a child back then in the village where I grew up in. I used to see a city in movies, a cityscape with every type of person, job, building, and restaurants. I dreamed for years about paying a visit to the mega city of New York. Taking my dreams for granted now that I live in it. Once I realized that, I had to take a step back. I had to remember what made my dreams so desirable, and I had to use those facets to cherish it once again. We often as humans acclimatize and trivialize the things that we once cherished. But once we recognize that we have done so, we have to teach ourselves once again what it was that we wanted, the things that we longed for with every fiber of our being, what it is that we have achieved, how we can work to cherish it once more. And I did so. I realized once again that New York is a beautiful, multifaceted, complicated, and wondrous city. I sat back on a park bench one day, the pollution, the fresh air from the park. I took it all in and thanked God for this opportunity and experience. The point I'm making is, as humans, we dream and crave for new things. But when those things come, we find ourselves craving and dreaming about more new things. Glad that I touched base with myself. It's now on me to teach my boys the same thing, to be grateful for everything and for all our accomplishments in life. If you like this video, I'll encourage you to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification so that when I release new video, you will be notified. Let's form a great community together. And please, if you have questions for me, what camera gear would you rather stick with in the long term? Your thoughts in the comments. Until another video, this is Sam and I am signing out. Peace. What do you want to say to your future self?
I love you.
Nice.